Brain Science presents phrases to you that will make him fall for you. Make you subscribe, like, comment and hit the notification bell for more videos. Male like females also need some of these phrases. Guys are just like us in that they have words that they like to hear, and, unfortunately, they don't always get them that often. There are a few phrases we all like to hear. You look beautiful. You're so smart. You are the most amazing person I have ever met. I love you. Whether they make us feel confident and hold our head a little higher or give us that glow of warmth that is far too fleeting. Relationships offer men the opportunity to be vulnerable and open up, which means that not only are they more receptive to hearing the following phrases, but they look forward to them. As relationships progress and get more serious, they can sometimes become routine. We lose the romance, the spark, the spontaneity, the intimacy that made that honeymoon phase so passionate in the first place. Instead of getting stuck in a rut, make an effort to say these phrases frequently to your man to let him know that you appreciate him. Love him, respect him, and are amazed by him every day. If he knows what's good for him, he'll be sure to return the favor. I'm sorry, fights happen in relationships. Spats, arguments, disagreements, we've all fallen victim to them. The important thing to remember after a fight is to apologize for whatever you've said or done, and actually, mean it. Fighting doesn't feel good for anyone involved, but it can sometimes be necessary to explode a little and then cool off and apologize for your actions later. Rather than have things reach a critical point, taking a moment to calm down and apologize before things escalate and risk turning mean is a healthy way to communicate anger and frustration in a relationship. While we forgive one another a lot, having a fight get to the point where things are said that can't be taken back is not a good way to live, and so an apology for hurting one another or letting things get the way they did offers closure and compassion. I love you, via Pinterest. The 3 words that are the most vulnerable and scary to say when you first utter them. Telling your man that you love him on a regular basis is easily his favorite thing to hear. As we progress in relationships, it can be easy to forget to say I love you, because it's assumed and taken for granted. Failing to say I love you regularly can lead to a disconnect between partners and, while it may not seem like much, it makes a big impact. Making an effort to say it before you hang up the phone or leave for work in the morning or after an argument, or just because you feel like it can give you both long, lingering warm and fuzzies until you meet again and has actually been proven to strengthen relationships. I'm so lucky to have you. When we get comfortable in a relationship, we can take our partner for granted, especially as time goes by. It's not an intentional thing. We just get so used to having them around and being in our loves that we forget to remind ourselves that we picked this person and, even through the ups and downs that naturally accompany a relationship, we're still crazy about them. Letting your guy know that you feel lucky to have him makes him feel noticed and appreciated. You're not just happy that he's around and always lets you take the last slice of pizza, you genuinely feel lucky that, of all the people in the world, you two found each other. It'll give him the warm and fuzzies real quick. You're such a gentleman. Hey, manners are a big deal. Please and thank you go a long way, as to opening doors or taking the street side of the sidewalk to prevent you from getting splashed. Your dude has likely developed his manners over years of practice, and perhaps his mother's reminders, and so it's always good to know that they've paid off. Being told he's a gentleman is one of the top things your guy wants to hear because it makes him feel like an adult and a man. Instead of being some macho dude, this is a guy who can be suave and well-mannered, like a James Bond type, and what guy doesn't want to be compared to James Bond? Acknowledging his efforts lets him know you are attentive to not only him, but to what he does for you. I got you your favorite food/drink. One of the best pick-me-ups after a long day is to come home and see that not only is your place clean and tidy, but your favorite food or drink is in the fridge or cupboard waiting for you. Even better than that is when the person you love has taken care of it for you. It's a simple thing, but going to the effort of getting your guy a treat that he enjoys is a way of showing him that you were thinking about him and his happiness even when he wasn't around. It's a thoughtful gesture that takes the edge off of a day at work and will always be appreciated. Picking up his favorite brand of beer or the chips he likes put him into automatic relax mode, and he'll definitely want to return the favor later. You're so talented. While this line doesn't have to be exclusive to a more intimate setting, it is also definitely effective there. Letting your guy know that he's talented in whatever he's pursuing, maybe he's a struggling musician, a starving artist, a hopeful athlete, or whatever, is another way of showing your support. Most of the time, a lot of guys don't want to show their vulnerable side when it comes to their passion projects. By telling him that you find him talented in what he's doing, you're giving him the green light to open up to you a little bit more about them. Can you help me with this? Men like to feel manly. It's a fact. We're way past our caveman days where guys were the hunters and gatherers, but most men still like to feel masculine and macho at least some of the time. It's not on par with our current society's way of thinking, but guys feel impressive and more masculine when they help women out with tasks. This can range from opening a tough jar, because they're so strong, or helping with something you just don't understand, like women. Men like to feel needed. Unlike women, who are considered to be the nurturers when they help, men rely on their physical and intellectual capabilities to feel needed. Turning to him for a helping hand makes him feel strong, manly, and above all needed by you. You're a great man. Whatever your situation is with your current man, every guy likes to hear that he's a great man. In a lot of cases, these distinctions can require some sacrifice. Whether it be time, money, effort, or whatever. Being in a partnership requires work, there's no way around it. Letting your guy know that he's not only a great person but a great man, or that he's a great father or husband reinforces the idea that whatever sacrifices he's made in the past, they were all worth it because what you have as a couple or as a family makes it so. Reinforcing this idea will reignite his desire to keep pushing forward through the tough parts that naturally occur when you're married or raising a family together. And so it will make him smile to know that you notice, appreciate, and love him for it all. Do you want me to? If you haven't already guessed, men are simple creatures. They like what they like, and they especially like when you do that thing that they love. This doesn't have to be anything too intimate, but just a simple gesture like cuddling. You can take it a step further and be the big spoon, massaging his feet, tracing circles on his back, or as one Redditor put it, I'm like a puppy. Scratching my head with your nails will make me fall in love with you. See, it is that easy. Just take notice of what he loves, or just come right out and ask him. And when you do that simple gesture, he will reciprocate and do that thing that you love as well, and that's just a win-win situation for everyone. I'm so proud of you. Everyone wants to be told that they've done a good job, and your guy is no exception. Maybe he's been feeling stressed out by work, school, or other obligations and is trying his best but feels like he's barely getting by. Giving him the reassurance he needs that he's not only doing well but making you proud in the process will have him grinning from ear to ear. We all get to the point where we just feel like giving up if something is giving us a hard time, and so letting your man know that you're supportive of his endeavors and think he's already achieved some success simply by trying is the extra push he needs to finish things. Making him feel validated in his pursuits and letting him know you're proud is like a shot of undiluted positivity. You look so handsome. An obvious one that still never fails to make a man smile. Guys love to be told when you find them handsome. Most of the time, it's women who get compliments on their physical appearance. When we get dressed up, we have gowns and jewelry and shoes and makeup. When guys get dressed up they have a suit. It can be pretty boring, but the effort he puts in to get all dolled up or even when he's just rolled out of bed in the morning looking particularly fine gives him a boost of confidence that anyone can get behind. Good ego stroking is necessary for a relationship. After all, you are each other's biggest cheerleaders, right? Let your guy know how hot you find him and believe us when we say he'll be very appreciative of the compliment. Do you want to go out with me? There's this stigmatism behind women asking men out. We don't get it, but there is. We were able to read, F. That asking out a guy yourself isn't so bad. It's encouraged. Asking someone out is not desperate. Showing interest is not desperate. Telling a guy that you want him is not desperate. These are normal things that all women should if when they want a guy. Almost all men love when a woman isn't afraid to embrace her confidence and take charge and ask him out. It shows that you're willing to go for what you want, and a lot of guys find that very attractive. So next time you're crushing on a guy, don't wait around, ask him out. You were right. We all like to be right, and we all hate to admit that we're wrong just as much. When we get into arguments in a relationship, it can be tempting to let things go and never admit that we were, in fact, in the wrong. However, telling our guy that he was right isn't only a good thing to do, it'll make him feel so amazing. Sure, admitting defeat will make us feel sheepish, and we probably hate the fact that it could be teasingly lorded over us later. But letting him know that he was in the right also makes us appear reasonable. This is important because it allows us to temper any future arguments and gives a perspective that, hey, losing in a fight isn't losing at all because we both come out winners. It's an easy 2 words, and we really should be saying it more often. Thanks for watching this video. Make sure you subscribe, like, comment and hit the notification bell for more videos.